Good morning. Welcome back to the Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. I'm not discussing racing here. I'm going to discuss the Great Labour Reset. I think it's about the third one we've had, haven't we, in 13 months. Look, I know what Rayner did was absolutely wrong, but the left side of the party, the working class voters of the Labour Party, will be absolutely devastated to lose Rayner from the cabinet. She was the one person within that cabinet who knew what it was like to be working class turncoat. She did a remarkable job getting to the position that she got to within the unions when she was there, and then obviously Deputy Prime Minister and Housing Minister. So what a huge loss to the Labour movement on the government side of things. Now you've got a lawyer who still acts like a lawyer as the Prime Minister. You've now got a lawyer who acts like a lawyer as the Deputy Prime Minister. You've still got Rachel Reeves in position. I don't know how she has managed to survive as Chancellor. I think the Defence Secretary that was absolutely right to keep him in place because he is overseeing a major development and a major restructure of the armed forces. So that was right to leave him where it is. Cooper was doing a desperately bad job as Home Secretary, and realistically, she should not have got the Foreign Secretary's job. She should have been booted out of cabinet altogether. Her days are run, as far as I'm concerned, as a minister. She's never been particularly good at what she's done when she's been a minister, even under Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. And I think that Cooper should have gone. She failed absolutely disastrously on immigration and trying to stop these small boats. Do I think Shamuz Mahmood will do anything different? No, I don't. But she's probably got a few weeks to play with before the pressure builds on her. But yet another 1,000 came over on the small boats yesterday, which are no longer small dinghies. They're massive. They take about 100 people. It's incredible the amount of people are loading onto these super boats now, these super dinghies, which people are liking to call them. I've certainly called them this morning. I just don't see this Labour government turning any corners anytime soon. Are they worse than the last lot? They're certainly as bad as the last lot. Obviously, the winner at the moment seems to be Nigel Farage, but is he? We're still possibly 3 or 4 years from an election. Unless Labour completely implode on themselves, and let's be honest, that's a possibility within the next 12 months, then I don't see Nigel Farage's popularity maintaining its level that it's got now, nearing a general election. Or will it? If Nigel can keep saying the right things, but he's got to back it up with evidence of what they're doing within their local councils, then he's got a chance of maintaining his popularity, maintaining the popularity of the Reform Party. I think Nadine Dorries is a fantastic capture for Reform. She has got experience of government. That is going to be imperative if Reform are going to move forward professionally, and they're not just going to be a protest party. I don't think they are anymore. It is exciting if you're a Reform voter, but we need to see how their councils perform over this next year or two. If they save money, if they come up with projects that work, then people will take them far more seriously than they are probably at the moment. Tories are completely finished as far as I'm concerned for the next decade. The leader has nothing about her whatsoever. The rats are leaving the sinking ship and all going to Reform. I'm sure we will see a lot more former ministers and current Tory MPs leave to go to Reform over the next 6 to 8 months. It's exciting times, it's interesting times, but it's also troubling times within politics. We have a government that are totally inept, a leader with nothing about him. He's got no get up and go. He doesn't inspire anybody. He's very, very negative towards the British people. And the British people are standing up now and saying enough is enough. Immigration is obviously a huge, huge issue, but the economy is going to be an even bigger issue within the next 6 months. We've got a budget at the end of November. I dread to think what that's going to be like. Taxes are obviously going to go up, I think, far more than people think. People are going to find it harder to live as you approach Christmas. It's quite worrying times. Britain, I think, is really literally on a knife edge. Starmer seems to still want to encourage our involvement in a war which we could never really have a chance of doing anything in, apart from humiliating ourselves with our small army base right now. We couldn't contemplate a war for at least 3 to 5 years. Look, I love politics, I do, and I used to do a hell of a lot of videos on politics. I don't do them now as much because I'm concentrating on my horse racing enthusiast, which is doing well. But I do feel that it was right to come on today and discuss the situation we are in. I haven't mentioned the Liberal Democrats because they're sort of just sitting in the background watching what's going on in front of them and probably timing things like they normally do very well as they approach elections. Next year's Senate elections in Wales and the Scottish Parliament elections are going to be very interesting, and so too are the council elections. If Reform once again pick up seats, if they gain Wales possibly, then people will really have to start taking them seriously. The Tories aren't taking them seriously. I think Labour are very worried about the Reform Party, and Labour should be more worried about themselves right now, because at the moment they are a catastrophe waiting to happen. I just hope that that catastrophe doesn't affect the British people too much. Thanks for watching, Steve, on the Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. Have a great Sunday.